Hello, YouTubers. I hit the wrong button. Thank God I was in the beginning. Mwah. Kisses to all of you. I hope that you're having a wonderful evening. I hope this video is not flat. I did go to the dentist and we don't get along. I'm going to get started because, like I said, I hit the button. I was almost done with the video. And so I have to start over. And I'm a little tired and it's a little flat. But let's get to it because I don't want to bring you guys down. Let's pump it up here. Start by, don't forget to hit like and comment, and kisses to all my subscribers. And let's go give a big thank you to Isabel from Portugal. Thank you. And I want to say hello from Idaho. Hello, Maria from South Africa. Hello, Mama Shark from Portuguese. And Elaine, I believe, from London. Kisses to all of you. I want to send a special thank you to Raquel. Thank you for my super thanks. I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. I know that each and every one of us work hard for our money. And with the recession going on and everything, it is grateful. I am utterly humble by your gesture and thank you. And whatever you guys give me, whatever I get, I'm going to put it back into my channel and definitely give you more, you know? Thank you guys so much. Let's get started. It's over. Meghan has managed to ruin herself. That's very difficult to do. How? You were a princess. You married a prince. You were instantly loved by everyone. But all along, you were this big fraud. You were a fraud. Con artist, a grifter. I looked that word up. Grifter is a con artist. Someone who swindles people out of money through fraud. Spotify. She told them she could do a podcast and all this other stuff and that she was going to give them 3 years of content and knew she didn't have it or used too much in the beginning. Shouldn't have never, well, Spotify was boring. She conned Harry into marrying him. I do believe that. I do believe that. A con artist is scary because a grifter is scary because you trust. When you trust that person, because Meghan's personality is like that. She's so sweet. She's so kind. Look how Oprah took to her and ran. Oprah knows that she made one of the biggest mistakes. She befriended this woman because she invited her to her wedding. And then it went downhill from there. She got on her show and lied, not just to Oprah, but to everyone. But here's the kicker. Because Oprah was in it for herself. And when you're in it for yourself, that's when things tend to go bad. Because if she had did anything right, then she wouldn't be looking like, ooh, shady. Oprah used Meghan and allowed her to tell her lie on her platform and then turned around and pretended like she didn't know that it was happening. She told us that she didn't know it was going to be a bombshell moment, but it was. And 2 years later, you mentioned that it was. Remember when you and Gail were asking, what was the bombshell moment for you, Oprah? That's Gail. Well, it was when Meghan said that about Archie's skin color. And then Tyler Perry building walls to protect her. I heard he was pissed off. He should be. Because as he was building the wall, she was calling them to tell the drones to come past. She didn't care about not letting, she didn't care about Tyler Perry. She didn't care that she was lying to him. She didn't. Why would she care about Tyler Perry when she was lying to us and lying to the Queen and lying to everyone, lying to Prince Harry, lying to William, lying to Catherine, and lying on them, lying about them? That's why her brand won't ever pull together. And there's no rebranding. You have to be branded first to be rebrand. You have to have a brand to be brand. And I don't think Tig and being a D-lister is a brand. J-Lo and Beyonce is a brand. I know we talked about that the other day. I won't go into that. Let's move on. Then it also says, if there's one type of person you don't want to trust, it's a grifter. So the executive the other day was pissed off at Harry because, not pissed off, just probably disappointed and all that because he called him a grifter. He called him lazy and pretty much called him a con artist. He didn't want to work. He didn't want to do it. I'm not blaming Harry because Harry's in a foreign country. What does he know about a podcast? He doesn't live here. He's a prince. He's supposed to be over in the UK in his castle. But his con artist wife brought him over to here to the United States to do exactly what she's trying to do. She looks desperate. And it doesn't look good. It looks disgusting. She looks desperate. And instead of just taking a step back in reflection, she's full speed ahead. She's signing with Dior. How do we know that? Why would that even be a subject right now when she just got kicked from Spotify? No, she wants us to believe that she's got all this stuff going on and she's so busy and she's got all this work and these contracts. These $1 million contracts are gone. And what I know for a fact is that if one major network cuts you, they all start cutting you. Because you're not making any money for them. Hollywood is brutal like that. I mean, up here is brutal. You either put up or shut up. You either get it together or you don't. And what has she been doing? Nothing. She wasn't talented enough to have a podcast. She's not talented enough to be an A-lister. And so she had to marry Harry first to convince Oprah to take a look at her. She had to marry Harry first for Spotify and Netflix and all the memoirs and all of that to look at her. And now that they're looking at her, they don't like what they see. No one does. If you Google her right now, she has the press that she's getting is so bad. It is so bad. It's severe. And if you can't find any nice thing for anyone that's talking about you or whatever, then why would Dior put you as their face? Can you see her on a commercial? Let's move on. Grifter, someone who cheats others out of money. Spotify executive feel like that Meghan them cheated them out of money. She didn't produce anything. They didn't give anything. It was boring. She talked about herself. Grifters are also known as, oh, I don't know that word. Let's move on. Scammers, swindlers, and film, flame. Nope, let's just leave it at that. I know all that. Yeah. That's sad. And I know the royal, I think there's the royal grift. She's been saying it. That's her title. So, let's move on. So I heard Meghan was running around bullying everybody. When has she not bullied anyone? She bullies everyone. She bullied Harry. He is being bullied right now. Mm-hmm. She tried to bully the royal family. They told her, oh, no, that's not happening today. But she is working for Spotify and working for Netflix and working for these networks and stuff. But she's called Duchess Difficult. She's going on there and telling them what to do instead of allowing them to coach her because she needs the guidance. You're not the expert. How many WMEs have quit, have said, I can't work with her, I'm done. And what we're going to continue to get is receipts. They're going to continue to tell us why they couldn't work with her, how difficult she is. I don't think she realized the damage. I don't. Let's move on. I've said this before. She's just trying to throw everything out there to see how Meghan has been working day and night on her brand. And you could call it whatever you want to call it, but that's her life. She lives for branding. She married Harry to be brand. She's been she's been trying her best to get over here to the A-listers, to brand herself, to be this and that's nothing wrong with trying that ambition. But you never picked one, Meghan. You never wanted to be a royal, but you wanted the accolades that came with being a royal so that you could be a A-lister. And now you're over here throwing everything around and nothing's sticking because you haven't picked. You're not content. You keep trying to pick a life, and the one in the royal life didn't suit you. The California one is considered very difficult. You got a husband that you're kicking to the curb and blaming him for every which way he goes. It's his fault your brand hasn't got off the ground. It's his fault because of his family, the court, and everything. Spotify failed, everything. It's Harry's fault. That's why she's never with her accessory anymore, is because it's his fault. And she's been pushing him away, thinking that he's the problem and why she can't be brand, because she thinks it's the association with the prince. The prince is the only reason why you exist. And so as you continue to mistreat him and throw him to the curb and try to make something out of you, we continue to see who you really are. A bully. Tom Bauer book comes to mind when I think about this right now. I was listening to it, and he was talking about how Meghan was demanding things and being rude and thinking that she was the star on the stage, and how difficult it was to work with her, and how she was changing the lyrics and the narrative on their script. Of course, word on the street is that Harry didn't have any content. Why would he? He's not from here. He didn't come over here to be on a podcast and talk about his family or whatever. Harry's not used to working like that. Harry is used to doing royalty stuff. And so he is out of his element. And so I don't quite blame him totally on the Spotify cancel. I blame Meghan. She put him in the driver's seat. She's been putting, listen, she got him in court. She got him on Spotify, Netflix, Oprah, and Spare. I mean, she's sucked everything out of him. There's nothing left. They're done bashing. Remember they said it the other day? Never should have got started. But now he's supposed to create content. He's supposed to figure out what to say. No, Harry should still be in the UK, either looking for his princess, because this one is a fraud and a con artist. And honey, the chicken or the rooster has come home to roost, because it's the end. There's no major person or company or network or contract or deal is going to give her another chance. Her time has run out. You have nothing of substance. I put Harry's out of his territory. He's out of his territory. This is foreign to him. I don't care how many times he's been over here to visit. I don't care how many friends he got over here. Harry has never lived in the United States. He doesn't know the United States. He was thrust in there just like she felt like she was thrust. But she wasn't thrust. She had help. Harry didn't. He only had her and Oprah and Tyler Perry. And can you imagine his wife? And then Harry chiming in. They're racist. Yeah, my family is racist. Huh? What? Oh, okay. That makes sense, Harry. All of a sudden? No. Netflix is over too. There's no more Netflix. Oh, God. Wait till that come out. Netflix has canceled Harry, and they're mutually parting ways. And so someone else, a million dollar company, is going to scoop up Meghan. Dior is going to make her this superstar. Their face, their brand, their smell good, their clothes, everything. She don't need Netflix and Spotify anymore. She's got WME and Dior. Oh, no, you don't. No. You are a wannabe. You've always wanted this. But look how you went about going it. You trashed it. You had the opportunity. Yes, no one's going to buy your perfume. No one's clicking on your link. No one. It will be the Sussex Squad, and that's it. And hopefully it's enough over there that's going to help her out of this financially. Because they're going to need more than them talking about her and boosting her up. She's going to need you guys to open up your pocketbook and buy whatever she's selling. Starting with Pearl. If you haven't got the book Pearl, go get it. Because she's going to need it. Here is something that I haven't heard lately, or just heard. What is it? She went from being a royalty princess. Why would you want anything after that? Why would it be, oh yeah, I want to be this, I want to be that? That doesn't make sense. It's pick one and get somewhere and sit down. You're so busy, my head is spinning. And they're broke. She needs money and she's desperate. And by all means necessary. And next thing is going to be those kids. But for the life of me, and I know she's not listening to anybody, and she thinks she's entitled and everybody else is wrong, and Meghan's going to do it the way she's going to do it. I don't care what you say. Why hasn't she tried to fix her reputation before she starts running out there signing deals. Oh, okay. Her mission, in spite of her failures, is still to be an A-lister. Look how hard she's trying. Look how it's by all means necessary that Meghan comes up with figure out a brand. She doesn't know what she stands for. She doesn't even know what to do. You got to have a passion for something and then build on that. She's not building on anything. She's throwing things against the wall and hoping that they stick. And hopefully the people that she's throwing it at, they don't realize that she's a fraud. But she is. And Spotify and Netflix is going to bust it wide open. Well, Spotify's already done it. Netflix is next. And Dior, the face of Dior. First of all, they need to stop with Meghan being on the face. They should go with Harry. He's their best chance. Just keep wearing the suits or something. I don't know. Get a perfume for Harry. But Meghan is not going to make the money. People will buy it if Harry puts it out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Harry instead of Meghan. But we won't see Harry because in the papers, in the magazines, it states how hard she's going for her brand. But Oprah said, people say, you're coming over here, coming to the United States so you can start your brand. What sense does that make? It makes a lot of sense because what are you doing? You look like desperate sound. It's weak. She looks weak because she's desperate. And not looking at the what has really happened, but just full speed ahead. The Titanic, full speed ahead. She don't know that it's already sunk, and that went with it. So before I found out something that I'm going to say at the end, Dior didn't get the memo that she's going down, did they? So I was like, let's try this and let's try that. Is that working? Let's move to this. Let's move to that. Nothing's sticking. Dior can mess around and put her on the face of something if they want to. And now they can, but I would tread very lightly on how much I spent because I don't see the return. Netflix didn't get their return. Spotify didn't get their return. And look at Oprah. She running around lying, talking about she didn't know it was going to be a bombshell after 2 years prior, talking about the bombshell moment. And then Tyler Perry just straight diss the queen. I ain't going over there. Yeah, because Meghan and Harry was sitting around at the kitchen table talking about how nasty they were, lying. And then I guess Tyler Perry and Oprah believed it because they're going to let them tell their truth. No, Meghan, listen, Meghan is eating with the wolves right now, if that even makes sense. And she's done that herself. She fed herself to the wolves. So I put this before it came out that Dior said that they didn't say that. I said, I don't believe that another company would invest millions on them. And let me tell you something. If the executive from Spotify, I think his name is Bill, didn't bring it home, then I've never seen that before, like Don Wooden. I've never seen a executive from a company come out and just tell it like it is. Pretty much said, you can hire if you want to. You can mess up and do what we did and Netflix did and be very sorry. So she wants us to believe that it was a mutual split between her and Spotify. It wasn't mutual. As you can see, the executive, it wasn't mutual. And like TMZ said as well, they said, I don't think, it's like the black lady that's on TMZ. She says, I don't. It's more to it than that. I don't think they left on good terms, and so I believe we're going to hear more. I think we're going to, because this is the thing. We don't have to be quiet over here in the United States. We can talk about them. The royals can't, and I'm so glad that they haven't, because never complain, never explain, and it's the best ever. I think I need to write that down for myself. Yeah. I love it. Excuse me. Yeah. Because they just seem to get bigger and bigger and grow and grow. And William and Catherine, they are the epitome of what the future UK will look like. And let me tell you something. You guys are in for such a treat. You got William and Catherine, and then you got their lovely kids. And I love Louis. I think he's my favorite, because people like to say, oh, he's behaving. What does that mean? He's behaving at 2 and 3 and 5 years old. I I think it's just interesting that's interesting to me. Like, that would be like a shock, or that it's almost considered, oh, he's not acting on good behavior. No, no. If Kira, my baby was up there, oh no, she ain't gonna be standing by me. She gonna be running back. She was run back and forth on that balcony. While everybody else is waving, she running back and forth. Like we've said in the past, she's got too much going on. How can you focus on Oprah and Netflix and Spare and then Spotify? No, Meghan's brand didn't work because she trashed the royal family. And not just that, she killed off 2 dads. She doesn't have any family members. It's isolated. What kind of person is that? How do you brand someone that's not brandable? How do you brand someone that has kicked her family to the curb, his family to the curb, a country to the curb, lies to us all the time, and said some very nasty things, disrespected the Queen? She doesn't have any friends. Harry doesn't either. The only friends Meghan has is her bodyguard, no security people. Because she's managed to destroy every relationship. Every relationship. I heard Tyler Perry is pissed off. He's got an attitude. He should. He should ask questions. He should ask her, did you call the paparazzi? And watch how she lied to him. Tyler Perry, you was in the backyard putting up gates and stuff, talking about, first he said this had never happened before at his house. That should have been a clued in that, oh, drones don't fly over here, Tyler Perry. Why would they be flying now? Meghan wanted us to know where she was. Because in the United States, it doesn't happen like that. If you don't want nobody to know where you are, then that's fine. We're not going to chase you. No. And so she had to. She had to let us know. And she probably was hoping that more and more paparazzi would just show up, because she thought that she was that popular and that interesting. Here's the kicker. After millions and millions of money being conned and given to her, they realized that she actually doesn't have talent. Yep. Sorry, moving on. Tom Bower's book is almost like a reboot of what we're seeing. Meghan is one note. This is who she is. Use people for what she can get from them. and then cut them out of her life and move on to the next victim and the next and the next and the next. And along the way, she's tearing up relationships in every level, her D level, C, and all that. I don't know. Anyway, the D-listers, she's done with them. And so she's burned all her bridges with her friends, and she has no one. And whoever she has is yes people. Yeah, Meghan, you're so beautiful and wonderful, and the royal family is horrible, and you and H are just so awesome together, and you're just the power couple. Go, Princess and Duchess of Sussex from Montecito. Ooh, no. Sorry, guys, if I was a little flat today. Again, I was at the dentist. I'm almost done. I want to read this, okay? Because this is what shocked me. Dior said, we didn't say that we were giving her no millions of dollars. We didn't say nothing about signing her. Where did this nasty rumor coming from? While the Mail on Sunday reported yesterday that Meghan Markle may be on the brink of signing a major deal. First of all, she just got fired for one. And so why are we already talking about the next one? That's what I mean about her desperatism, trying to get to the top and moving on. And she doesn't care who she hurts, who she's offending, how she treats people. It's just about her focus on getting up there by all means necessary. And that means trashing the royal family, treating Harry like crap, treating Spotify like crap, all her friends, her family doesn't even, we talked about that. But she doesn't care. It doesn't seem to affect her. And so she just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. And so it's like, oh, okay, so we should just forget about Spotify now? That just, forget Spotify. That's over with. I'm moving on to Dior. I'm moving on to my other deals. Screw them. Screw you, Father. I'm moving on. You didn't have 2 strokes. I don't really care. And King Charles, you'll never see those kids. I was never bringing them over there to the coronation or nothing. That was all a fake. No, they wasn't going to get an invitation. People are dropping them, just like the royal family. They dropped Meghan and Harry. They said, we are not inviting you to any more events. You're dropped. Boop. Oprah, dropped. Boop. She has no A-listers friends. I heard in people in the UK, the coronation, when one of her neighbors in Montecito said, we don't like them. We don't like the way they treated the Queen. Don't mess with the Queen. Don't mess with the Queen. How did Oprah not know that? How did you not? We have a relationship with Queen Elizabeth. We have a relationship with the monarchy. We have a relationship with the Commonwealth. We have a relationship with the United Kingdom. And Meghan thought that she was going to come in there and try to dip her poison in there, con and manipulate, and try to tear that apart. Try to get the United States to be against the UK and because they called it was racist. Moving on. Wow. While the Mail on Sunday reported yesterday that Meghan Markle may be on the brink of signing a major deal with French couture house Dior to make her a face of the company. It was funny yesterday, and it's funny today. What an idiot. How idiotic would Dior be to put her on the face of something, and no one doesn't like her? She has a few friends. Why would you put her on the face? Do your research, Dior. If you decide to come out later to do it, do your research. Find out who you are, because she's conning people. This is a full blown, what we're seeing is 100% con woman do it. Like one of you said, she could write a book on how to con people. Page 6 has learned there is no such mega bucks. Contract in the works. There's no contract. They said page 6 has confirmed that there is no mega bucks contract in the works for Dior. I have to believe that page 6 called over there and said, "What's up, Dior? Are you really finna put her on the face of your crap, not your crap, of your brand? This is your brand now." I'm sitting in my daughter's chair. Hopefully I don't break it. I have to get a whole new one. I don't think it's supposed to hold this kind of weight. Check this out. A spokesperson for the Sussex told the Telegraph the claims were untrue, with Dior's source adding that the house team was non-pleased as to how the story came out. So I'm thinking they're trying to say that it's not true. We'll see. We'll see, Sussex. We will see if Dior puts you on the front page of their marketing tool. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Mwah. I really do appreciate it. Here's the last words. It's not going to go up for her. It's going to continue to go down. And she needs to throw that vision board smooth out the window and figure out if she wants to be with Harry, the royal, or if she wants to be the A-lister. And it sounds like she's pushing toward the A-lister, because as they're being canceled, they don't want people to know that. They want to think that they're moving up. They're going down. Let me know what you think. Bye.